Hi guys. Okay, so this is not going to be an EDS update this time. This is actually going to be things not to say to somebody with EDS or chronic pain. And this is actual stuff that has actually been said to me since I got my diagnosis a little over 8 months ago, just about there. So, it says, "You don't look like you're disabled." Okay, what the hell does a disabled person look like? I wear braces. I don't wear them all the time because I'm not always in pain. I sit in bed a lot, and when I do go out, I usually have somebody with me to help me. So I really don't know what looking disabled is. Another one, it's amazing that you can walk one day and be in a wheelchair the next. Like I'm miraculously healed when I'm not in my wheelchair. Well, it takes a lot to get my wheelchair down the steps out of my apartment, for one, and that I definitely need Jessie for. Two, attempting to get that wheelchair back into the apartment, that's a struggle as well. So unless I'm going to need that wheelchair for like more than 4 hours, I try not to use it. The other thing is I am in physical therapy, so a lot of times I don't use it. Why don't you go outside and exercise? Because it can hurt me. Plain and simple. Physical therapy is my exercise. Going outside and exercising like everybody else does, because New Year's resolutions or it's a nice day outside, why don't you walk around? Yeah, that doesn't happen. My body's a weather meter, okay? My skin is a weather meter, all right? It's a connective tissue disorder. That's what ehlers-danlos syndrome is, okay? So my skin's affected. Some people's vascular systems are affected, their heart. My intestines are infected, the way that they work. So, I know what real pain is. Okay, this one's a great one. I don't know your pain, and you don't know my pain. Plain and simple. That's it. I can't tell you what you're going through versus what I'm going through. I can't. You just can't compare. Do you need medicine? Yes, all the time. Pain meds are great. Um, I'm on a nerve blocking pain medicine. I'm on an antidepressant that's also used as a pain medicine. And then I get prescribed some pain medicines depending on what's going on. So, yeah, meds are great. Can you work? Again, that's everybody's thing. Some people can work, some people can't work. It's depending on what's going on with them. Oh, yes. Can you have sex and not get hurt? Really? What I do in my personal life is your business? No, I don't think so. Can you show me? Oh, yes. That's the amazing one. You want us to do these party tricks that break down our joints even more and make us have to have surgeries. Yeah, like we're really gonna do that. Like we really need to prove. You can't have EDS and be this fat or this short. I've actually gotten that from a doctor. Yeah, gotten that from a doctor telling me that I couldn't have Ehlers-Danlos because I'm fat and short. Yeah, big mistake. Doesn't happen. There's no clinical type. Body, size, height, no. It can affect anybody. Anybody can be born with it. Are you stupid doing things that make you feel pain? No. I just want to be normal. I want to go outside and go for a walk. I want to be able to play with my kids at the park. But yeah, it hurts. Yes, I can dislocate things. Yes, I can have pain from doing the simplest things. Lifting a pan out of the oven can hurt me. So unless I like try and not move my entire life, which eventually will hurt me anyway, yeah, I will do things that make me feel pain. Um, does it stop hurting if you don't move? No. No. My entire world is wrapped around pain. I didn't have the diagnosis originally till this past September. It's now March. I didn't have a name for it, but I knew something was wrong. And for the longest time, I had doctors telling me that I couldn't be experiencing what I was experiencing because they couldn't see it. X-rays didn't show anything. Well, of course, because it's soft tissue. I've never had a full body MRI at this point, so nobody knows what's going on. I'm supposed to be getting my elbow MRI'd. I've never had my brain MRI'd. I've had CAT scans done. You know, I've had CAT scans done of my body. They could see that different things were stretched out where they shouldn't be. And I stayed in hospital for 3 days because of it. And nobody knew what was going on. Oh, this one's my favorite. What happened to you? What do you mean? Why are you wearing a brace? 'Cause I got hurt. What happened? What'd you do? I didn't really have to do anything. Honestly, I could have been laying in bed like I am kind of now sitting, and I have my legs down underneath of me. Earlier today, I couldn't move my legs. Now I can kind of sit up and have them slightly bent. Still can't walk yet. But nothing really happened, quote unquote. I didn't get hurt to have this brace on. I didn't need to get seen by an ER because something was bothering me. Does it shorten your life? Yes and no. Depends on what type you have. There's 6 different types of ehlers-danlos. I don't know all of the types and everything, so forgive me, I'll explain later on. How does it affect your body? Well, let's see. Your connective tissue's like rubber bands, and everything goes back in place, and mine's used chewing gum. I think your imagination can figure out the rest from there. Oh, my favorite. I'm going to pray for you. I'm sorry, but praying for me doesn't exactly do anything other than give me moral support. I enjoy the fact that I have moral support. I like having people help me out. Thank you very much, but there's no praying that's going to make this go away. Doesn't happen. Why do you walk like that? Sometimes it's because it's the only way I can walk. What's with all the braces, and why do you hide them under your clothes? One, I wear my back brace over top of an undershirt, and then I put a shirt on over top because I don't want to look like I'm wearing something that looks like a corset and makes my skin bubble over the top. 2, because my children don't actually like seeing the braces. Okay? And 3 is because there's a lot of braces that I generally have to wear. Some of them I have to wear exactly next to my skin, like my knee braces. They have to be next to my skin, like on my skin. They can't have clothes in between them because otherwise they'll slip. Does it hurt? Well, I'm in chronic pain all the time, so you tell me, does it hurt? Oh, this one's another one. Can I try your finger braces? No. What am I supposed to do while you're using them? Nothing. Can I try your wheelchair? No. You can't go for a spin. You know, I need this. If I'm wearing it, I'm obviously in need of using it. Is it contagious? No. It's not contagious. No, nothing about this is contagious. I cannot give it to you. Yes, my children have a 50% chance of having it, but no, I can't just give it to anybody on the street. Everyone is flexible. It's just flexibility. No, no, it's not. Hyperextending a joint and dislocating joints is something totally different than being just flexible. I cannot do point dancing, gymnastics, things like that, because I literally have been told by a doctor that doing those things can cause harm to me. I'm not actually even supposed to swim, because apparently that can also hurt me. I can't do my physical therapy in water like some other people do, because I can actually hurt myself more. You must know everything about EDS. No. Nope. I know what I've studied. I know what doctors have told me. And I basically know what I've learned from watching YouTube videos and things like that. Can you do any sports? Not supposed to, but I used to. I used to do field hockey. I used to do soccer. Those were my two main sports that I did in high school. They really wrecked my ligaments up pretty badly. They've messed up my knees really badly. In high school, I actually had to get retaught how to walk at one point because of a dislocation, and I actually got told by somebody who was a friend of mine in high school that everyone thought I was a hypochondriac because they didn't understand what was going on. So, what happened to you? Nothing happened. I was born this way. That's what happens with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. We're just born. We didn't miraculously get it. We finally got a diagnosis for everything that's been going on in our life that we couldn't explain before, that was kind of like missing puzzle pieces out of this great big puzzle that's us. And now that we have this label of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, those pieces kind of fit into a pattern going, oh, this was this all this time. And then we kind of, understand it a little bit better. One of the other things is that my face, the skin on my face actually gets really weird. I think I slept wrong earlier this week, and I actually scraped off all the skin on my chin in the middle of the night from sleeping on something that didn't agree with my skin. So my face is red, and I actually have to treat a wound on my face so that I won't scar. I get scars from underwire on my skin because it cuts my skin and, I don't realize it. So, yeah, my skin's affected, and that's basically it for this. I just figured it was something funny to go about actually answering things that actually have been asked of me, which I find kind of humorous. I hope other people find it humorous that somebody would actually ask these stupid questions of me. It's happened quite often. It's bound to happen more, but I hope it doesn't. So, hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you with my EDS update later on this week. Bye.